began to grow hopeful that he had some stomach problem, then he would not have to go to school. However, the symptoms soon grew feeble. Feeble means weak, but ultimately the symptoms became weak and wholly went away. All the problems of stomach went away. So Tom's first plan was a failure. Stomach problem disappeared. Tom thought further. Suddenly he discovered something. One of his upper front teeth was loose. Now, Tom began to investigate other parts of the body, and he found that one of the upper front teeth had become loose. He felt lucky. Tom thought that he was fortunate he had a problem of the tooth, and now Aunt Polly would allow him to remain at home. He was about to groan. What is meant by the term groan? The word groan means to let out a cry of pain. Jontronay artonad kora. Tom wanted to groan. When it occurred to him means it came to his mind. Tar mone holo that if Aunt Polly was to know, she would surely pull it out. A thought came to his mind. Tom was about to cry out in pain, but a thought came to his mind. What was the thought that came to Aunt Polly's mind? The thought was this, that if Aunt Polly, if you remember, Tom was an orphan and he was brought up by Aunt Polly. If Aunt Polly came to know that he had a loose tooth, she would pull it out. And that would hurt. Hurt means cause pain. If the tooth is pulled out, it would be a painful experience. Jontrona hobe. Tom thought he would hold the tooth in reserve for the present. To hold in reserve means to keep for future use. Tom thought that at that moment he would not use the pain in the tooth. He would keep it for future use. He remembered hearing from a doctor that a certain ailment could lay up a patient for 3 days and make him lose a finger. Suddenly, another thought came to Tom's mind. Once he had heard from a doctor that there was a certain disease that could lay up a patient for 3 days. Lay up means to make someone bedridden. Shojjashai kore fela. This disease made the patient bedridden and the person also lost his finger. Tom thought that he perhaps had developed that disease. He eagerly drew his sore toe from under the sheet. Toe. You know what is meant by toe. This is the toe. In Bengali, budo angul. What is meant by the term sore? Sore means painful. Tom had a pain in the toe. He pulled it out from under the sheet, that means bed sheet, and held it up for inspection. Inspection means examination. He held up the toe to examine it. He did not know the necessary symptoms, and Tom did not know the symptoms of this disease, the disease that made a patient lose his finger. এই রোগের লক্ষণগুলো তার জানা নেই. However, it seemed like a good chance, but Tom thought that his painful toe was a good chance for not going to school. Tom fell to groaning, and now Tom started shouting in pain, but his brother Sid slept on. Sid was his, as I have already said, Sid was his half-brother. Sid and Tom slept together in the same room. Tom began shouting in pain because he wanted that Aunt Polly would hear it. But who would give the news to Aunt Polly? The news of his illness would be given to Aunt Polly by Sid, his brother. But Sid did not wake up. Though Tom started groaning, Sid went on sleeping. We have read up to this point. I will send you the questions and answers also. So prepare this and I will send you the full notes in WhatsApp. Thank you.